Max NG7M here, and this is a quick ad hoc video made in response to a post I saw by Lauren WB1KE, I think, on the Utah CW Facebook page. So Lauren is excited to see that you're trying out a paddle, making the switch, or not necessarily making the switch, but you're sticking your toe in the water and playing around with the paddle. And I'm assuming you're using a dual lever paddle. And you can always go back to the straight key too. That's a beautiful thing. I think you're smart to start out on the straight key and then switch over to a paddle later on. Anyway, nice thing about the video for me is, hey, this is my opinion, so you get what I think. And be glad to field questions or comments in the Facebook page after the video here. So this is a paddle I use. I've got a number of them. It gets obsessive. I mean, welcome to the disease of ham radio and CW and keying. So it's a lot of fun. I do a lot of contesting and also use the computer to key, of course, in contests. But it's always handy to have that paddle close by for fills and things like that. So anyway, my 2 cents here. In the U.S., you'll typically see that the dits are set up on the left. So I'm just sending a couple V's there. So dits on the left, DAWs on the right. And I'm using a wind keyer, and it's hooked up to a K3 over here. It's out in test mode. That's where you're hitting you're hearing the side tone. But you can see just a wind keyer up there, and is keying my radio there. So what I am a big fan of, and the reason for the post is, if you're just starting out with the paddle, I highly recommend, in my opinion, that you start off with Iambic keying. And in particular, the Iambic mode B is in Bravo. So set up your keyer, again, the wind keyer over here, or your internal keyer in your rig if you're going that way. K3 would have this. There'd be menu options for you to set that mode. And there's some history behind that. You can Google that up on the internet. So anyway, dits on the left, DAWs on the right. And what's all this Iambic keying about? It's about 7 letters for English speaking world. Other countries there are going to be other letters, but for us we deal with the Iambic 7. So you can treat a dual lever paddle obviously like a single lever. But the 7 letters, C and Q are a good example. So normally on a single lever, if you're using an electronic keyer, you kind of have to slap the paddle back and forth. And so I've got dits on the left, DAWs on the right. To do a C, it takes four motions with my hand, like that. Well, with Iambic keying and B in particular, you start by holding down the site that you want first, in this case the DAW, so it just becomes second nature really quickly. You start by holding and squeezing, but you got to catch that right side first. So we'll do a C. It's just a simple two squeeze motion, squeeze keying. See? So what would you rather do, this or this? I would rather do that. And you add that to Q. Q is the same, right? So if you're going to do the letter Q with a single lever paddle or non-iambic keying, you're going to have to do something like this. You can cut down one of the motions. So you have to kind of slap it back a little bit there. But the Q iambically is you just hold the right side in for the duration and interrupt with the left side to get the dit in there. See? So again, CQ, it's a good combination. You're going to end up sending that a lot. That's iambic. Single lever would be, I can't even do it there. So I have to think about it really hard to do like a single lever, but you can do it. I mean, it's easy to switch back and forth, but that gives you a good idea of the difference. So the other letters are R, so single lever, or excuse me, that's K, or it's a lot easier, right? Iambic, squeeze, and R. You're going to send that a lot, but iambic again, it's just more natural. You start on that dit side and squeeze the right side. F and L are the same. So there's, what did I get, 6? And then you've got Y, I think. Is that rounded out? The Iambic 7. So Y is just opposite of Q, right? So F, L, Y, Q, R, K, and C. I think I got them all there. So that gives you an idea, and you know, it's fun to, you know, spend money on these paddles too. I got a bunch of them kicking around here, and this is one of my favorite. It's a Begali 60th anniversary. So anyway, you don't. I started off with a good old bencher, and I still have it, and it works great. I pack it around with me, and you don't need a fancy paddle at all. It kind of becomes, some of these are like works of art, and so have fun with it. And again, highly recommend you learn Iambic Mode B. Dits on the left, Da's on the right. So have fun. 73, NG7M.